You just start off with I sort of watched it after the full time whistle. Was a lot of relief, and even a bit of an expletive there. Was that? Is just relief the biggest feeling after that?
Um, I want to win the games of football, and I get frustrated when we don't. I spent my whole Sunday, apart from breaking off to watch the Premiership games, looking over our whole season. You know where we're at, and I'm an honest person. I do. I look at stats. I look at highlights. I study the game. I have an honest feeling about things, and we've come up short. We've underachieved this season so far. I think you build up a bit of credit, like I did last season when I come into the club, and obviously it was rock bottom with 1 point, and Liam and Ian done an outstanding job to keep the club afloat. Because you don't realise until you come in, but ultimately we got results. Peter and the big help have come in, showing a bit more ambition, looking to improve and take the club forward, and I'm happy to be part of that. And I'm really, really hoping that we can make it a success, because I like the people who I work for. I like the people who represent. The fans have been brilliant. I said when I come to watch that game against Chorley before I got the job, we got beat 1-0, we were bottom of the league, 1 point, and the crowd clapped them off. And I thought that was brilliant, and it stuck with me. So we're desperate to do well. So as I say, it's my job to look over, and I think going into close season, pre-season, we built a good squad. We're not one of the big boys in the division. We've had improvements on budgets, etc. We've done a couple of other little things around training and heart rate monitors, etc. So we're looking to improve in all areas, and we are now, after that pre-season, I think everyone gets a little bit happy the way it's going, and dead positive. What you want, what you build. Pre-season was great. The start of the season was great. First 15 games. Game 15-16, Oxford City away, Peterborough Sports at home. Opportunity, if we won one of them, potentially to go third. We were fifth at the time. We'd done all right in the cups, and then suddenly the second, third, losing the cups. FA Cup, obviously, Curzon near 1-0. Could have been different on the day, in my opinion. Southend away in the trophy, give a good account of ourselves, could have been different. Tight game again. But the second, third wasn't good enough. And we've gone from creating goals and scoring goals and winning games, put 3 past the full-time side in South Shields, 3 past Scunthorpe. But we got tight as second, third defensively, but ultimately we didn't win the games and we didn't put the points on the board, and that's why after game 30 we were in 17th position, something like that. So I've spoke to the lads about the last third, and it's important that we finish strongly, and I don't think we've got what we deserved of late. And I'll start with the Darlington game here, because again, studied it, my feelings towards it, watching the highlights. They had 2 shots on target. The best opportunity was from our mistake with Knight Percival when Main went through and Chris saved the 1-on-1. But we had no luck. The balls hit the lad from Knight Percival's head. It hit the lad on the line. It's ricocheted up, hit the bar, come down, hit the goal line and come out. The disappointment is we haven't scrambled it over the line and took the 3 points. And then Brackley summed it up for me on Saturday, and that's why I went to the computer all day Sunday. Was Brackley a third in the division? They're known for grinding out 1-0s over the years, and we beat them in every department apart from duels. I think they have 4% more duels than us. But possession, shots, we've got into great areas. Ultimately, we got done on a set play where a couple of the players haven't done enough in that moment. We could have easily been 1-0 up before them. So that's the disappointing thing, is that we haven't ground out or found a way. We can go on about stats, and people say stop moaning about stats and things like that, but it's my job to study us and study what we do and where we get it right and where we get it wrong. And I'm disappointed that we haven't got more points on the board. I think we've underachieved, and as I broke it down, I say probably 7 or 8 points, if I'm being perfectly honest. So it puts you in a much different position. But we took 4 points from the 3 games, 30 games onwards, as we look into this final third. And with us losing on Saturday, it was one of them games that really hurt me. So, getting back to the first question, which was about 10 minutes ago, it was relief tonight. Because ultimately, when you're not winning like we didn't do on Saturday, or we drew it last time out here against Darlington, It only takes a couple of teams below you, and suddenly they can catch you. And I've learned that in the game. You never, disrespect anyone or think, you're in a position that you should be or whatever, or be happy in the position that you're in. You're always striving to win the next game, and ultimately, if you're not winning, and teams win below you, you can suddenly get dragged in. So it was important that we won the game, but it was relief in regards that I was extra disappointed on Saturday. And we've put a lot of work, as I say, on Sunday into not just studying the season, but obviously into the opposition and how they go. Jordan Keane's the captain, he's been injured. Didn't travel with us to Brackley. Held his hand up and wanted to do something to help us, so we sent him to Curzon to watch the game and do us a report, which we forwarded on to the lads. Shawnee does a bit of analysis for us, clipped all the bits, and we sent that to the lads. So, as always, we give them the information. But ultimately, it's down to them when they go over that white line. And what they did today, they put the bodies on the line, which, to be fair, they usually do. We've just lacked a little bit of quality, finished the chance, a little bit of luck here and there, which would have probably got us a few more points when from losing positions and 3 points from drawing positions. So we've found a way of winning the game tonight. Out of possession stuff was very good. Chris has made an outstanding save at 0-0. But we've scored a fantastic goal. Great counter-attack, great football. And Dior gets, I think it's his 5th goal in 8 games, so he's doing well. But a good sign is when you come off and you look at it, it was hard to pick a man of the match tonight. There's that many strong performances. And they're a good side, Curzon. That's why they are where they are. They've rounded as a side. They've got the target in Jimmy Spencer. They've got legs in the top end. They've got experience in the likes of Barton. The back four has picked itself for years, and that's why they've done really well. In my opinion, it's all been based on that back four, solid back four. But obviously, they've lost Matthews now to Accrington, and Richards is out injured. So that hampers them a little bit. Bobby Jones, I had it filed. He's a very good top goalkeeper. So I think they're a very strong side, and he showed that today because they put us under pressure, more so second half when they tweaked the formation again and brought on the likes of Buckley, Ricketts and Moles. Both of them have had outstanding seasons, so it was a big task, big game, but I'm thankful that we won it, which now, gives us that little bit of as I say, we're on to 34 games, we've won 2, drew 1 and lost 1, so something to build on. Another clean sheet, which is positive. We've created opportunities, could have scored more than the one that we did, but we got the all-important one that gets us the 3 points, so yeah, it was a little bit of relief because of what happened on Saturday.
I go back to what you said at the beginning of that answer, really. You talk about how happy you are and how much you want to do well, and during that period of difficulty, and you must have felt a bit of pressure at times. Did you feel like you got that backing from the board as well?
100%. It goes without. That's the way football is. I watched a couple of interviews when Man City fans are coming out of after the Real Madrid game, and they're all going, get rid of Pep Guardiola, he needs to step aside, blah, blah. I'm thinking, if he can be under pressure, anyone can be under pressure for what he's achieved, and that's right at the top end. So at our level, and I know what, as a manager, it's the loneliest place in the world when you get beat, and as a manager, you've got to be thick-skinned. You've got to have layers. You've got to be like an onion, and you've got to be, you've got to bat it off. And everyone's entitled to their opinion. More so in this day and age, because football, it's massive, and everyone watches and listens to all the stats and all the bits on Sky and BBC and Match of the Day, how they break games down, and everyone's got an opinion on the game. Sometimes it's the only occupation where everyone behind the dugout knows your job better than you who's in the dugout. That's the way it is. So you do feel the pressure. I put myself under extreme pressure because I want to do well. Because I like it here, as I say. I like the people I work for, I like the fans, I like the people I work with. And I want to do well. So when you gain credit like I did last season when we kept them up and, signed a new deal and Peter, the big help coming in and all the positivity, I'm more than happy to. But I want to do well, as I say. So when we built our squad in the summer and we went into pre-season, we went to Belfast, and pre-season was outstanding. We had some really good results and games, and we started the first third of the season really well. As I say, game 15, 16, something like that, was Oxford City and Peterborough. We had an opportunity with a win or 4 points out of them two to go third, and we didn't win either of them. We only drew away at Oxford, and suddenly we just dropped from 5th out the picture, and then that second third's been not good enough. We've tightened up at the back, but we've failed to create and score the goals that we needed to win games. So ultimately, you come under pressure. That's the way it is. People will have their opinion. But I think I've gained enough credit since I've been here for, year and a half, whatever it is, to be given that little bit of support. And the board have been excellent. Andy's obviously my assistant, but he's took a little bit of a backward step, and Sammy Burge has been excellent with me. We've got a really good working relationship. And yeah, we want to finish as strong as possible and lay down foundations. I think we've got some good players. We've got the nucleus of a good squad, and we're coming into that final third of the season, the most important third. And I just hope that we can win more points, win more games, get more points, and give the fans something to really cheer about on the run-in. So that's the plan. And if we can do that, great. We wanted to achieve something. We've underachieved, and being perfectly honest. But there's a lot of football to be played, so let's win the next game. That's the most important. Let's enjoy tonight, which we will do, and then we'll look forward to Saturday's game away at Peterborough, which is another tough game. The league, I think, is getting stronger. Like at Peterborough Sports, neither markets are better than what Bishop Stortford were last year. I think there's more full-time clubs this year. There's more ambition. There's hybrid clubs. You look at the likes of Marine and Radcliffe coming up. There's strong outfits. They've invested big squads. So it's got tougher, this division. No one's running away with it like at Samworth last year. But, it is very, very strong. There's some good sides. So we're playing our part. We wanted more. We haven't got it. We take that on the chin. We accept it. We appreciate it. And we just move from game to game. And as I say, win the next game and finish as strong as we can.
You said on Saturday that you feel like this team currently is a bit nearly men and just so close to getting over the line. Was this the first steps to that end goal of being a team that's hard to beat and also a team that can grind out these results, which has been lacking this season?
Well, as I say, the most frustrating I've been for a long time was Brackley Saturday. And they're known for grinding out those 1-0s. And I don't think we deserve what we got on the day. But, and I've just mentioned to Joe Cunliffe, who's on our media side, the headline that he put on the social medias around we're so close, it made out like I was happy with where we are. But if you listen to the interview, we're so close yet so far. And the reason I say that is because a large percentage of our games this year have been draws or 1-0 either way. Not just in the league, but in the cups as well. Southend 1-0, well in the game. Opportunity to take it to penalties. 1-0 away, 1-0 at home in the FA Cup against Curzon, 2-1 against Hyde, 2-1 against Peterborough Sports, and then in a large percentage of our games have been nip and tuck, 1 goal either way or a draw. But as I say, I don't think we've got our just rewards from the draws. And a lot of those defeats, like Saturday, could have easily been a draw. And a few of our draws, as I say, could have been 3 points, and then the whole picture looks different. I don't know a lot of people can say that, but if we could just do what we've done tonight, and I think the most important thing tonight is that we scored first. We needed that. I think I read we've took the lead 11 times and we've won 10 of the games. I think it was only headed for the way that we drew 1-1 after taking the lead. So it was important that we got the first goal tonight, and we give us something to cling on to. It didn't put that any negativity or doubt if we went 1-0 behind. And thankfully for Chris, that was an outstanding save. But that's what he's paid to do. That's his job. So no, I'm pleased that we've won the game. It was relief, and I say we could have had a lot more games like this season. So we've found a way. It's something to build on. In this block now, and we come to this final third. We've won 2, drew 1, lost 1. So we just keep moving forward and try and grind out a result or whatever comes our way. As long as we put points on the board every game, our message is always, be hard to beat, be strong, be resilient, work hard, graft, battle, compete. And then when we get the ball, go and express yourselves, go and try and create and score. That's what we've done tonight. A fantastic goal to win the game, and that'll be the message. Always been the message, and that'll be the message moving forward. And we won't always get what we deserve. But I think we're due a little bit more luck, or people stepping up and doing what's expected of them a bit more at that top end of the pitch. If you use Danny Lloyd as an example, start of the season, he was on fire. You know, again, all these place where they take the stats from. Danny was the best centre forward in the league. You know, based on what he was doing, assists, shots on target, goals, etc. Then he got injured, 5 weeks. Probably hasn't hit the heights since he's been back. You know, we've lost Marcus Carver. We've been battered with regards to injuries here and there all season. I know every club's the same, but you know, we've had quite a few. And then, you know, Dave Morgan scored our last goal before tonight. Chest infection. Danny Lloyd's gone down with a chest infection. Arthur Ganuru, we brought in, was outstanding for us in the sub appearances. Looked brilliant, getting stronger against Farsley, and then he gets a freaky eye injury. You know, and then you're looking at going, we're stretched all the time. So we need the players to step up, and you know, as a team, as a squad, as a staff, just find a way of getting more results like we did tonight. And that's not to say let's play for 1-0, because I wanted to score 2 and 3 tonight, and we had the opportunities to. But just finish as strong as we can. That's the message.
And just finish off on another positive note, Marcus Carver back in the firing line tonight, and he may not have been involved as much as he wanted to, but you can just see any time the ball went up, he has that nous to knock the defenders off against players like Barton and the back line, who were quite steady and didn't really seem to have a minute off all night.
Yeah, that's Marcus. Fans like him because of his endeavour, his work rate, his desire, determination. You know, he hasn't got the goals this year. He's chipped in quite a few assists. You know, he beats himself up that he's not scored the goals. Which, centre forward, we should be scoring more goals at the top end of the pitch. That's been a bit of a disappointment. But he helped us tonight in regards to, he was full of legs. He was hunting things down. He was making it difficult for the back line. You know, and he ran himself into the ground. But that's what Marcus does. You know, he empties the tank every game. He's a fit lad. You know, so yeah, I'm really pleased for him. Pleased to have him back. He helps us. You know, we've missed him, if I'm being perfectly honest. Just through that endeavour and that, you know, character and personality and love for the club, if I'm being honest, because he feels at home here. So when he's like that, and he's working hard, and he's putting people under pressure, it helps the other teams, the other players in the team, and it helps us as a team get up the pitch. Because a nothing ball can suddenly become a throw-in or a restart for us, or a foul, another opportunity to score a goal, which we work extremely hard on our restart. So yeah, I'm really pleased to have him back. I think he's a big player for us, and he took a few bashes tonight on his ankle and foot, which, you know, we'll have to assess. But no, he can be proud of his efforts. It was a big night for him, and we're pleased to have him back.